All right. Thursday night, Lambo's Brother Sports featuring the Big Brother, featuring the Satellite Sports Network. All right. Week 6 international series. I know the London games are great. Some of them have been only one bad one, probably. The Falcons and Jags one wasn't very entertaining, but the Bills and Jags is entertaining last week. I think this will be entertaining as well. They're not really rivals, but if you watch, the tension between, Mike Vrabel and John Harbaugh, I think during the COVID year around 2021, then they played each other in the playoffs, which is my actual, if I look back, or actually I remember the top of my head since I'm talking about this. I actually bet this man $10. And I guess the Titans lost and the Ravens advanced. It's on the Venmo. That's how I remember it. So yes, I lost $10 at the time that I was broke and didn't have a platform. But now things are different. Now the Titans are very inconsistent. DeAndre Hopkins got 8 for 140 last week. Now he's on my fantasy. I'm not giving up on him. I barely won my fantasy because of Josh Jacobs getting enough touches to overcome a DJ Moore 49-point thing. My point I want to make in this is Tennessee's pass defense, and you mentioned it, the Tennessee pass defense is awful. I mean, they let 24 points hang on by the Cleveland Browns, and the offense is not good. I think Ryan Tannaehill is on his last leg. The Ravens had a chance to beat the Steelers. Now, when you have 4 turnovers and you had a drop ball from Nelson Aguilar, and then somebody else drops a ball in the end zone, it just doesn't really help. Now, this game, when I went through the spreadsheet and really thought about this, as much as I want the Titans to win, I think I'm going to go ahead and pick the Ravens on this game, just because I don't see Lamar Jackson struggling. I think the Ravens will be consistent. And I know these London games are long travel days. I think the Ravens will be more prepared for it than the Tennessee Titans, because some people are good at the travel adjustments and time changes, because it's a big time change when you go to London. So I think the Ravens will be better at it. I'm just going to take the Ravens because their defense is hella better than the Tennessee Titans. And they have Derrick Henry, but once Ryan Tannaehill turns the ball over, and I think that offensive line is not the same as it once was. And we're not sold on Tennessee this year, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Ravens.
Yeah, well, their offensive line is definitely a a soft spot when it comes to the talent that they have on offense. The line is Baltimore -4. I'm taking them by 6. I think it's going to be around 20-14. Baltimore's offense doesn't score a lot of points, but Lamar is passing the ball very efficiently, not really like putting the ball in dangerous spots. And, their defense is next level in multiple facets of the game, not just having a good run defense, which the Titans have slipped to 9th in run defense. They were top 5 for the first 5 weeks pretty much. And, the Ravens have the 4th run offense. So that'll be a cool battle to see. A lot of those yards, or actually most of their yards, come from Lamar. He leads the team in rushing, but Gus Edwards and Justice Hill are running well, both over 4 yards a carry. The receivers need to be a little bit better, but that's, that they're young and they're still banged up. I feel like their wide receiver room is always hurt. But, it is what it is. The Ravens also have the 3rd best pass defense, and, Tannehill is so up and down. Last week they had a great week in the air, but we've also seen him go out there and completely shit the bed. So I'm not trusting Tannehill in this offense to outperform the Ravens defense. And I do think that the Ravens offense can outperform the Titans defense. So that's why I'm going with the Ravens.
Well, I wish there was more to say, but it's just not, because when the Tennessee Titans became disappointing. And by the way, Mike Vrabel's first losing season as the head coach was last season. Now, if they have a losing season or not, I don't think he'll be in the hot seat, because, Tennessee has been consistent with the Mike Vrabel. They had some pretty good, upsets in the playoffs. There was one year they went to the AFC Championship game, but they need to move off Ryan Tannaehill. But I think it's pretty hard to, because, he gives them the best chance to win consistently. Now, I don't know about winning a playoff game. It's happened before, but you got, Will Grier and you got a Malik Willis. I don't think they're ready. So I don't think you'll pull the trigger on Tannehill just yet. maybe give him another year and then pull the trigger. But or if he just plays worse, then I don't know what to tell you. But it's really hard for the Titans to pull off Ryan Tannaehill. But I think if they lose or lose going forward, not maybe this game, but maybe the next game, quarterback change is going to happen. That's where I agree. A quarterback change will happen at some point in time. But this is it for this international series. The next video we're going to talk about is the Buccaneers versus the Lions. Now, Bucs come off a bye week. Baker Mayfield is playing at an excellent level. Way better than he did with the Cleveland Browns. Maybe way better than his 2020 season when they made the playoffs. I mean, nobody expected the Bucs to be 3-1. The Lions, we hyped up the Lions a lot last year at 9-8. Now they're 4-1. They have an easy chance to win the division. We'll let you know what our picks next. Lambo for the Sports. We'll catch you in 5 minutes. Goodbye. Adios.